All right. So this begins. Let's see what we got here. Went by Sunbelt Rentals, which did not sponsor this video.
Not sponsored.
Definitely paying customers to get a transmission jack, which I got in the back of my little Chevy Volt. Yeah, first and last pickup at Sunbelt Rentals in a Chevy Volt. I'm trying to tell you guys, you don't have to have a big pickup truck. Transmission jack in the garage. All right, we're gonna take off these axle bolts here, 24 millimeter. You know what it's time for? Because it's like rusted in there.
Oh, yeah.
Good grief. I don't know if this video business is going to work. Alright, well, we haven't even removed the bolt, Caleb, and we're headed to the auto parts store. We're still positive, though. I think we're still optimistic.
I'd say for the most part. Once we get the special WD-40.
We've broken how many extensions?
3.
3 extensions.
About to be 4.
About to be 4, trying to get the wheel nut off. We gotta go get something a little more substantial. All right, so guys, maybe I might need a little pick. Show you what we got out here. We got all 4 tires off. We got her jacked up even. Getting this wheel nut off was an absolute beast. We haven't got it off yet, but we got it loose. We're hoping it comes off now that we got it all jacked up. But makes me wonder if we should. So anyway, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start tearing down here, Caleb. We're gonna take the top off. And I'm gonna take our air box out. And can you grab the hose clamps and take this off? And then I'll get down here. I believe it's a T30. Our lovely T30. This is your favorite tool if you work on a Volkswagen, I think. T30. I gotta take the air box out. There it is. You see that, Caleb? Yeah, just took it right out.
Just like that?
You got it? Off. I'm just gonna pull this air box out. We've done this a couple times already. Oh. Forgot this part. Alright, apparently the next step, Caleb, is we gotta take the battery out. Look at this, look how long this extension is. We're gonna take the 10 mil, take these off. Look how this thing runs. Okay, look at this. Bang, bang.
Back in business.
10, take this off. Take this off. Now, we gotta go to 13 mil for the bracket. I think it's 13. Look at that. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. I was worried.
I didn't match yet.
I don't know how we're going to organize all these bolts. That one there. This should
Pop off.
out. It's just heavy. It's just heavy. Not for Caleb. All right, we got the battery out. The battery tray is 13 or a 10. It's a 10. It's kind of hard to see in there. thing's already awesome. There's another one somewhere.
Right? Right here?
Yeah. Oh, man. We're in business now. Oh, it's right here.
Oh.
The 3 bolts hold the battery tray in.
You get a Ziploc bag for this?
Might not be a bad idea. Do you know where they are in the kitchen?
I think so, yeah.
Just try not to break anything. Oh, look at that. Now we're getting into business. Now these, this is the, I'll look here for a second. It's the ground. The switch, that's got to come off. That's got to come off. That can stay on. That's probably 13 maybe. Is any of this 10? This is all 13 down there. Bible. Love is a message on my mouth. Turn to rival. All right, Caleb, I think what we got to do here is this bracket that comes off. This is the shift cable. We're going to take this out.
Yeah.
This pops off. And the question is, does this come off? I don't think that comes off. This comes off. Sure. All right, so I didn't have the camera on, but we took off this two 12mm on the shift cable. So we broke those loose.
I know what you're talking about, Doug.
Caleb's gonna keep us organized with some little Ziploc baggies. These right here, these are 12mm, just right on there, 12mm cable shifter.
11?
No, just they're about 12. Every day. All right, we're gonna take the shifter cable off. I'm gonna set that right there. Out of the way.
Oh, that's about to come off.
There it goes. We do this every day. All right, shift cable thing, we're sitting right there. I think this one's 13. All right, next we got to do is, this is the starter, I believe, right here, right?
Right there?
Starter bracket is supposed to be a 13mm there.
Okay.
And then another 13mm and then two 18 bolts somewhere. Look at this! Are you kidding me? Don't drop out. Look at that. Alright, do we need to label these, Caleb, you think?
Starter.
The other starter bolt. You know, when you just don't work on cars much, you don't know how these connectors connect. How does this thing come off? Maybe you line it up like this and then pull it out? No?
Maybe, because, I mean...
Make it look so easy on the video, don't they? Alright, so we're trying to, we might need to take this off first, don't we? If we get this out of the way, it'll help.
I don't see it.
Why do they have the bolt on the top? Who did that?
I wish I knew.
Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to see. Where's the starter? Where's that thing? Oh, we got to take the, we need to get this thing off.
Yeah.
What we've done is working on the starter now. Couple clips and taking the bracket bolts. I took the power cable off and took that connector off, And now we're working on getting the starter out. But there's always stuff in the way. Alright, so just a little recap of what we did yesterday in the evening. So now we're to the morning. So we took the air box out. We had to take the battery out, battery tray out. Now we're working on getting this starter out down here. And looked at the shifter cable out. Some connectors, this ground cable. We took the, this is the ground. This is a connector for the starter. So now we got to work on getting the, there's one more, actually there's quite a bit more we got to do underneath. But we also took the axle bolts out. These suckers right here. They were quite a beast to get out. So we took those out. So gonna get ready, wake up, and get back to it out here. In these cooling lines, we are gonna hope that it doesn't piss cooling everywhere. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. It's just a bracket. It's not holding up. Alright, we got the starter out, which was a lot of fun. Sorry, I'm just not filming what we're doing to get it out, but the problem was there's a 18 millimeter long bolt that holds this on right here. You can't use a regular socket. And then when you use a deep socket, the deep socket gets stuck up against the transmission. So I had to break it free with a deep socket and then get the rest with the shallow socket. If you need like kind of a medium sized socket to really get it off. So now we got to try to get this connector off, which feels like it's stuck. Look at this off and get this one off, and then we'll be free. Ready to start unbolting the transmission. So wish us luck. We're gonna keep going. All right, we're back. We got the 16 millimeter bolts on the swing arm. So now, just easy, we're gonna get up under here and I'm gonna pop these axles out. It's gonna be easy, Caleb. Nothing to it. Just like YouTube. Let's see. Oh, see if you can move does the wheel come out of the way at all? It's hard because it's got this connection. Let's see. Oh, no. Here, you want to try to pull on it? Yeah. You try to pull on it. Let's see. What'd this guy do? He just got a little bar, right? And he just went, what?
Yeah, right.
You're just doing it right here, right? Right there?
Yeah, but kind of get your hands on it and see if you feel like we can give it a tug. Caleb, catch us up on our progress. What we got over here? We got the dog bone out. We got heat shield out. We were unable to get the axles out, so we're going to try to drop the tranny with the axles in it. Wish us luck. And we got the torque converter bolts out, which those suckers, it's like a little bitty window. Let me see if I can show you. We had to get these torque converter bolts out. This thing does not stay on my head down here. Which there's this little bitty window back here behind the drive shaft right here. So there's 6 of these little bolts you have to take out, and buddy, they're torqued in there good. And then when you got this in the way, so you obviously only see one, so you have to turn the crank. So 24 millimeter over here on the drive crank, and you got to rotate it clockwise, and then you'll see the little bolt pop up in the window. You take that off. So we're to the point now where we're about to put the tranny jack on. All that's holding the tranny in now is this bolt and the 3 bolts of the transaxle. So we're going to support the motor. We're going to put the tranny jack in, and we're going to be ready to take this bolt out. This will be the last one we take out, I think. Although how we're going to get down here if this is jacked, I don't know, we're going to figure it out. So we're really close to this transmission getting out of here. All right, we'll check back later.
Like right there.
We're close. Well, day 3 of the project that is becoming a metaphor for my life, which is I am in way over my head, and it's hard to see a way out, but I think we're just going to try to keep moving forward. What other choice do we have? So just as an update, here's what we've accomplished. We've gotten the starter out, we got obviously all the wheels off, and the transmission jack that I rented was a piece of garbage. I think it's for big tractors or something, so I had to get another transmission jack. Yeah, this is going swimmingly. And the problem now is that we thought we could lower the transmission with the axles still on, because they're a real, let's just say, difficulty. They're like frozen on there. But it's come to our attention that either the subframe has to come out or the axles have to come out. And plus, when we're starting to lower the tranny, the axles are messing up all of the weight distribution. So today, basically, I will feel success if I can just get the axles out of this transmission. There's 2, driver and passenger side. And anyway, wish me luck. Once we get the axles out, I really think the transmission will lower, and we'll get to the whole point of this. Is this little seal with a little bead of RTV on it. That's this whole project. It's just to get to that. Absolute madness. Thanks, Volkswagen. Yeah, I really appreciate this. You know, keeping me humble. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I'm at that point of the project. Like, what am I doing? I am doing something I shouldn't be doing. And I'm so far in it. Obviously, there's no transmission connect. There's no out. There's no out. There is no out. Other than me finding a way out. So, I don't know. So, I'm about to get back up under here. Try to rig up some magic way to get these axles out. Alright, everybody. Update at the end of day 3. Now, I told you what we started with. This is all just baby stuff here. But if you notice these really long bolts, you might be asking yourself, I wonder what those go to. You know, and then like there's that nut right there. You might ask yourself, what does that go to? And I wouldn't know. So we're going to clean up right now. But let me show you over here. That is what you call a transmission that has been dropped. And this is what we're after. We finally got to what we're after. So we'll pull that off and we're to the rear main seal. I can't believe it, Caleb. But in order to get this down, because we couldn't get the axles out, we had to drop this friend. This is the subframe. So we had to drop the subframe out of the car. And the subframe has these wacky connectors that you have to get out when the subframe is in, which we were able to get these two out doing the Miyagi style, just feeling with our hands. But then this one, we still can't get it out. I don't know, so we just gave up. So we were able to slide the subframe over. You might be asking yourself, why is all of this trash on the ground? Well, that's because my friend Caleb dropped the 16 millimeter that we needed into here, so we had to take all this out, and all this leaves and stuff came falling out. But here's what she looks like underneath, and there's our friendly axles we couldn't get out. So this is what she looks like underneath. So no subframe, transmission's out, axles are still attached. We've got the whole front end disassembled. The steering rods, the sway bar links, we've just done it all. So we're calling it a day because we've got family coming over, even though we're right to where we've been working to get to for so long. And I don't know what we do from here. Somehow put it back together. Wish us luck. You think the garage would clean it as much as we are? I say we do better go clean that Volkswagen. Caleb, I'm getting ready to push this thing on. Alright, I just pushed it on. And then bolts. Star patterns. That one. Let's try this one. We didn't do anything else. We installed the rear brains.
At least we got to it. If we can't reassemble it.
How you like that, Caleb?
That does look a lot better. Holy crap.
Looks a lot better. Looks like a legit real main seal now, doesn't it? All right. Work towards lining up the transmission. That's really the next big hurdle. And I really feel like the last hurdle. If we get over that hurdle, I think these other ones we can address. I have a philosophy in life. That is, leave things better than you found them.
Do things better than you found them.
So, go into a public restroom, try to leave the toilet better than you found it. Everybody operated under that principle.
Yeah.
Public bathrooms would be very clean.
You sure would.
I mean, I'm not cleaning the toilet, but I'm going to do something to leave it better than I found it. Unless it's really bad. I'm just, my theory goes out the window. But fixing this car, try to leave it better than you found it.
And you go up to him and be like, hey, I got the scrubber.
You take a job, try to leave the school better than I found it. That's all you can really do. What's wrong with this thing? How these bolts?
You struggle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they should be good.
That's gotta be some type of seal.
Yeah, that thing ain't coming out.
You want me to hold the frame? Make sure it doesn't move at all?
Sure. I'm gonna try to go like a star pattern here.
Okay.
Get to the bottom of it.
Okay, you're good.
I think the impact wrench is essential for this job.
Yeah.
There's no bolting these down. Just make sure nothing falls out in your eye down there, Caleb.
work, man.
Reggie took offense to me saying I might need to send him back.
Oh, he is.
No, I need the longer one.
Why are we so bad?
We're keeping our stuff organized.
It's like a 4-day project. In our defense.
I just need any other extension, man. I'll take any extension at this point. Another short one.
Yeah, you're good.
They send it by now, right? I don't see anything down here. You see anything?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be leaking by now, wouldn't it?
I feel like it would.
I keep thinking like I'm seeing something, and then I
I
look
know.
again.
I feel like I'm seeing something at the bottom. But no.
I think we're good, Caleb.
I think we're good.
I got 5 more seconds. It definitely was leaking before by now.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely would.
Yeah, look at all that smoke coming out of there. Caleb, give me some knuckle. Oh my God.
Hey, we're in.
Confirmed.
We're in.
Confirmed. Seal.
I don't see anything.
It's going, but
Catch a fire, Dave.
I mean, I'm trying not to get overconfident. We're trying not to get overconfident, right? But just take a look at this. That is a transmission that is mounted back to an engine block.
First try.
We just raised that thing right up there. Getting the flywheel and the flex plate connected was a little tricky, but we just used our brains, made a little mark,
Bending machine.
lined up the flex wheel to the mark. And
Claw machine.
so right now we're just tightening the bolts down. And then, Caleb, once we get these bolts tightened down, we can put the mount on and we can take these jacks out.
You know how good that's going to feel?
And then we put the subframe in, and then we just start putting all this back together, and we see what we got, man. I cannot. Well, I'm celebrating this win right now,
I know, because
and we have smoke tested. We smoke tested the seal on there. There's no smoke. Pass the smoke test. Pass the smoke test. So now we're just slowly but surely going to reassemble here. Got a lot of reassembly to do, but
Yeah, quite a bit.
I think we can do it.
Reassembly is easier than...
Yeah, the reassembly is a lot easier than the deassembly. That's for sure. All right, check back later. All right, so update at the end of day 4. It's been a long day. It's dark, but let's see what we got. So if you look down here, you might see something. You might see a transmission bolted back into the engine block. We had a big day today. We've almost got everything reassembled. We got the transmission line back up and on. We got the starter back on. We got all the connectors. Got the shift cable back on. Underneath, we got all of the we got the steering column on. We got the, I guess this is, I don't know what's the tie rod and what's the, I don't know. We got the steering column and the whatever goes to the sway bar. Now, one thing I noticed is that after we disconnect, well, we'll just see how it goes. So we got the subframe back on, which we tried to line up. I'll get you back up. Got the subframe back on. We tried to line it up exactly where it was before. We're hoping to maybe get away with not having to have an alignment done, but it's possible that we may have to have an alignment done. But yeah, we got all this put back together. We got to get the axle bolts in. Found those sitting on the table. But Gotta get the heat shield back on, but we're going to change the transmission fluid. That's what we have left to do. Since we lost some transmission fluid in this process, it's overdue to have the transmission done anyway. So we're going to change the transmission fluid. And basically we just got to put the battery in, drop the air box in, and she should be good to go. Should be good to go. You can see over here. Everything connected, so really surprised. Really surprised that when we lifted this transmission, we were able, it just kind of just lined right back up for us. It's unbelievable. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Caleb, you got anything you want to say? You have any words of
Feel accomplished.
feel accomplished?
Feel proud.
Feel proud. We're hoping that when we start it up, it works, but it all went back together, didn't it?
It went back pretty easy, actually.
It went back easier than it came
The
apart.
most difficult part was the subframe, but that wasn't even difficult. It was just
The
getting
subframe?
everything lined up.
Yeah. You talking about putting back together?
Yeah. But it wasn't really difficult.
Actually, one of the most difficult part was getting the little T30 screws back into the heat shield, back those little B screws. That was harder than, I think, screwing the subframe back in.
That was harder than the, what's it called? The converter, too.
Oh, the torque converter
Yeah, the torque
bolts.
converter.
Yeah, because there's a little window on the back of the transmission, and if you drop one of those bolts, you have to undo the entire transmission. Yeah, pulling it off and separating it out to get that bolt out. So we took our time on the old torque converter bolts.
Dave came up with the magnetic
Yeah, we need to.
traction.
So anyway, we got a lot done today. I feel much better today than I did yesterday. I was very worried. Today, I feel like we're going to get it put back together. Whether it starts and runs and drives, it's still to be determined, but it's back together, so why wouldn't it? I mean, why wouldn't it?
At least we're not ending the video off with, let's take these axles off.
Oh.
We see.
So anyway, that's the update, end of day 4. It's been a long journey. Real long journey. Yeah, too long. Well, it's the end of day 5?
5, yeah.
Can't even keep up. And look, we even got a wheel back on. And if you look, looks a little more put together in here. You can see that. I'll show you something. Come in here. Sit down. Turn it on. And the daggum thing works. You believe that? Come out here. Look at this. I think it even sounds better. Pretty much unbelievable. Alright, so it's been over a week. Let me get a hat, because I just got up out of the bed, and so I'm going to show you what else. Let's just wrap up what we've done here. Now let's see what we got. We have a VW that is completely put back together, and we also did a few extras. Did a few add-ons. We still got a little cleanup to do, as you can see, but we did do a few add-ons. This is a clue right here. And where's one of those old busted shock absorbers? Caleb, let's show. Here's one of the old rear shock absorbers, and you can see how well this thing works. Watch this. Look at this rebound when it comes back. Look at that thing.
That's what you guys want in your guys' cars.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, you're not feeling the ride.
Yeah, you're not getting your money's worth. So we knew the ride was rough, so we popped on some new shock absorbers back here in the back, and it rides much better, much better. We also did a little transmission fluid change, and if you're going to do that, do yourself a favor and get yourself off of Amazon. I ended up getting all the adapters, but where's the one we used, Caleb? I wonder where the one we need is. It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Anyway, there's a little adapter. It looks like this. This one's got the thing on it, but it looks just straight like this. And it just screws right into the transmission fluid hole. And you have to pump the transmission fluid in there. So it's here somewhere. Today's cleanup day. So anyway, we called the dealer about how much they would charge to do some of this, and just the transmission fluid change. They said $400, over $400. And then yesterday we called about the shock absorbers, and they said $1,340 plus tax. So I don't even know what they want to charge for the rear main seal, but anyway, I can't believe it's been over a week. I'm tired. We got a big mess to clean up, so we're going to try to get rid of all of this, recycle all of our fluids, transmission oils, and old oil, and all kinds of stuff down here. We're going to go today, recycle that, and try to start cleaning up all these tools.
Yep.
I'm getting it organized and put it back together, but just listen to this. Just listen. Listen. That instant start. Look at that. Look at that. See how it works?
No check engine.
Check engine light. It drives.
Drove it to Luffield yesterday.
What's that?
So we drove it to Luffield yesterday.
Yeah. We took her out. Had to go pick up Madeline. Actually drive it all the way downtown and back. Anyway, we did it, Caleb.
Yeah, we did it.
I guess we did it. It's starting and running.
A week later.
Gonna keep our eyes on it for a little while.
Just only a week later.
Yeah. But anyway, that's her. We did it.
That's our project.
This is definitely not a how-to video. This is just only for entertainment purposes. We are definitely not professional mechanics.
Not for what you guys tried to do.
Yeah. We are definitely not. Do not take this advice. But if you're crazy enough, you just may be able to do it. But it's not always fun, and it's not always easy.
Nope.
But you might want to consult a professional many times.
ChatGPT. ChatGPT helped.
Yeah. All right, guys. We did it.
Is it leaking? Is it leaking?